Hi, I'm Eric Siegel, and welcome to the second video update for my O-Scale layout. This video is meant to be viewed after seeing the initial layout tour video as well as the first update video. So if you haven't seen those, you can start there by clicking right here. It's late October 2009. It's been about 4 months since my last video update, and it's 2 days until my first public open house for the layout as part of the Piedmont Pilgrimage. I've been working pretty frantically for the last 2 months to try to get the layout in a somewhat presentable form for the open house, and I'm pretty pleased with the progress. I've met all the goals that I wanted to meet. And so now, let's get started and I'll show you what I've been up to. Coming down the stairs into the basement, this is the main room and the main table, and this is the part of the layout that's actually changed the least. I did put up some boards back there to block out the door and the windows, but other than that, there's not much visible change on the main table. And I did that for a reason. I started the scenery work in the back rooms on less conspicuous parts of the layout, so that by the time I make it to the front room, I'll have worked out any kinks along the way, and the front room will look the best, because obviously that's going to be the first thing people see, and I wanted to make a good impression. Towards the end of the main table, however, I have started some tunnel work, and that's the hard shell for a very long tunnel that's going to go around to the other side. I haven't detailed the interior yet. It's just hard shell, and obviously it's not complete. Coming off the main table and onto this L-shaped table, you can see that I've done some tunnel work. This tunnel is complete, and the interior is fully detailed, so it looks really nice in there. Down here on the tunnel, this is an access point where I can get to the trains if they derail or something. I've added a second level here. This is going to support the second level of track. That tunnel portal right there, the track is going to come through that wall from the other room and through that tunnel portal and meet this track right here at a switch, and then it'll continue on to the main table. This line here will be a spur line that'll go over here. There'll be a trestle bridge here, and then it'll continue here to the end of the table where there'll be some sort of an industry. You can see I've started some wall work here. This tunnel here goes to the hallway room back there. This tunnel is also complete. Right here I've started some hard shell work on this hillside. No rocks or scenery to speak of yet, but as soon as I get finished doing the hard shell from the top of the wall up to this level, then I'll start doing some rock molds and trees and grass and so forth. If we go through that tunnel, it'll take us into the hallway room, and the hallway room is where the most progress has been made over the last few months. Lots of changes in here. This is where the tunnel comes out. That tunnel again is completed. I've started a lot of rock molds on the hard shell here. I've even painted some of it and even put some trees up. This is probably the most completed section of the layout, although it's not 100% complete. It's the most complete looking of any section of the layout. Then we come over here and go through this tunnel. This tunnel is complete in this room. It's not complete on the other side. I'll show you that in a minute. And we come up on this mountainside here. I started some rock mold here, but it goes to hard shell here, and I haven't quite gotten to here yet with the rock molds. Right here in this little indentation, I'm going to put a rock face that's going to have some rock climbers on it. I thought that would kind of be a neat thing to have. Right here, there's going to be an abandoned line that used to come off of that line there, but now it's abandoned, so I'm going to overgrow it with weeds and so forth. And then on the other side of this mountain, there's another tunnel that's also coming from that other room back there. This side of the tunnel is complete, the other side is not. And then we go over the bridge into the Colorado room, where I've put this tunnel portal up. I haven't finished detailing around the tunnel. There's still foam board here and so forth, but the tunnel portal is up. And then finally in the hallway room, on this little section here that connects these two back rooms, I've put the masonite board up, and so it's ready to get the backdrops. The ramp in the back there that's going to go up to the second level of track, that ramp is now permanently secured. The track has not been secured down yet, but the ramp is secured down. Going through this tunnel on the other side of that bridge into the Colorado room, there's not been a lot of progress here because this room is still waiting for backdrops, and before I put the backdrops up, I've got to finish the masonite. But as soon as that's up, I'll start some scenery in this room. And then we come across this little connector again. Here you can get a better view of that ramp, and you can kind of see how narrow this pass is. It's pretty tricky. And then we come into the last room, and again, not much progress here because I haven't put the backdrops up yet. You can see the other sides of those tunnels from the hallway room. where they come in here, but of course they're not finished on this side because, like I said, there aren't any backdrops up yet. Lastly, you'll notice that I put this skirting up all around the layout. I did that for the open house to make the layout look a little more formal. It's temporary, and I'll probably take it down once the open house is done, and then when the layout's finally complete, I'll put a more permanent, better looking skirt up. So that about does it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.